Okay, in this presentation, we are going to look at variables in Scratch. Our learning outcomes are to learn what a variable in Scratch is and how it is used, understand how you might use variables in your script, and apply that understanding of variables to program a game. So we're going to look at an example program with variables. So first, brainstorm a list of if-then statements. For example, if the cat touches an apple or donut, what might happen to the number of lives? If the lives equal a certain number, what might happen in the game? Pause here to brainstorm your ideas. Some examples you might have come up with could include, if Scratch Cat is touching apple, change lives by +1. If Scratch Cat is touching donut, change lives by -1. If lives equal 0, then player loses the game, the sprites can hide, and a new backdrop could appear. In Scratch, variables are like containers. They hold whatever numbers or strings, which is a word, that we want them to. And then we create our own scenarios for when the variables change. And in the case of numbers, by how much. The variable is constantly communicating its value to all sprites. The main sprite determines when and how the variable should change. In our case, the Scratch Cat is the main sprite. Sprites can be told to do different things when the value equals a certain number or word. In order to add a variable to your program, you have to first create a variable. Then give it a name that will make sense. For example, if you want to create a variable that gives a player a given number of lives, you would name it lives. Many games have more than one variable, so name them logically so you can keep them straight. In this example, more than one variable has been created to show both lives and health. We're going to look at this section of lives right now. So you could set lives to 0 and then change them by 1. You could also set lives to 3 and change lives by -1. Sometimes in a game, you will want the player to see the variable so they can track the progress. Other times you may need to hide them. So how might I code the cat's lives in this program? Remember earlier you brainstormed some ideas about what could cause the cat's lives to change. How can you take those ideas and turn them into code using some of the blocks shown? Pause here to plan your code. Don't forget to use variables.